Good morning.
Good morning.
I did not get the memo about no presentations. I like to use them, so I have a short one to show with you all today. My name is Josh Dretchen. I am the Director of Energy for Columbia. And today I'm going to be talking about a partnership that we have with Celsius Energy and what I call our surgical approach to electrifying or decarbonizing the built environment. Now I can sit up here and just talk to you all today, but I prefer to get a little audience participation, so I'm going to start off with the trivia question. And if you happen to get one of the two answers correct, you get to leave with this very nice Yeti mug. That's why I have two of them. So, question, when was the first commercial geothermal system installed in the world? There's a correct answer for power, there's a correct answer for heating and cooling. Does anybody want to take a guess without using your cell phones? Anybody? No. What?
Rome.
Year? Yeah.
Rome. Whatever ancient Rome was.
Well, you're not far off. We're not getting a lot of people, so I'll start. The first power geothermal system was installed in Tuscany, Italy. It was actually tested in 1904 and installed in 1913. And in 1946, in Portland, Oregon, at the Commonwealth Building, they installed the first commercial heating and cooling geothermal system. And why do I bring this up? Because people think geothermal is a newer technology, but it is not. We've been using it for power for over 100 years. We've been using it to cool and heat buildings for almost 80 years. This is not a nascent technology. It's something that really should be taken advantage of. And as Heat mentioned, it's there, it's available, and it's a free source of energy. The building in Portland, Oregon was actually a 14-story building, so it wasn't a small building to start. It utilized heat recovery from exhaust air and also waste cooling water to heat incoming ventilation air. Quick little something about who Columbia Construction is. So we are a 100-year-old general contractor. We have offices in North Reading, Boston, and Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We do about $500 million a year over 7 different market sectors. And a key tenet for Columbia is client focus. It's why we see 90% repeat business year over year in all of our different sectors. We don't look for a transaction. We look to build the relationship because that's what matters most to us. So I'm going to talk a little bit now about our partnership with Celsius Energy and who they are. So Celsius Energy is a part of SLB, also known as Schlumberger, who is a global energy technology company driving energy innovation across the energy landscape from traditional oil and gas to clean energy. SLB, like Columbia, is a 100-year-old company, and they are doing some of the most advanced drilling and associated work in the subsurface world. So their offering is something that is proprietary to them. They use a proprietary geothermal heat exchanger, which is called the inclined pyramid. And what does this do for their clients? Actually, let me just take this off. It's easier. So, land preservation. They can utilize 90% less surface land to achieve the same or better results of a traditional vertical bore system. They can utilize up to 30% fewer bores to get the same output from the system. Up to a 70% reduction in lateral piping and earthwork, so less disruption to the surface, which is now minimizing the impact to the community and to the environment around it. And they also have the ability, through the technology, to do real-time monitoring and censoring of how they're drilling. So as we know, we can put a drill in the ground and we can hope that we drill straight, but it never goes straight. They can actually monitor how that drill is acting at all times, and they can take their design model, which is a 3D model here, and they can map it while they're doing the same thing and build a true as-built that they call the digital twin. So this is how we know that we are drilling where we are supposed to be drilling. In addition, for people that want to be able to showcase this, they have the ability at the surface to put the pyramids where you can spark a conversation with people about decarbonization, create educational moments for schools or even for your own staff, and allows you to engage with the community. And what does Columbia bring to this? Well, as I said, we are a 100-year-old general contractor. We are very used to working in somebody else's house. So to us, it's all about planning. We think about the project, we work with Celsius, we look at the existing systems, we see how can we minimize the disruptions to make sure that we are keeping your facilities online and operational during the entirety of the operation while we change over your systems from, could be a traditional heating gas system to a geothermal system that will heat and cool your building. To us, it's all about teamwork. It's all about having one goal and making sure that there's open ways of communication and building that trust and honesty. This is how we have 90% repeat business. So you can see, we can do a lot of different plans. If there is one thing that you take away from my talk today, it is this. You do not need to electrify 100% in order to actually get the benefits. By installing just 20% of your heating capacity in a building, that's 80% electrified of your building. Going up to about 30% of your heating and cooling capacity, you're now at 90% electrified. There are massive savings to operational expenses, to the heating and cooling of your building, to how your building operates. This is something that everybody should think about doing. You should think about it for your home if you have the ability to, because heat pumps are 2 to 6 times more efficient than traditional heating and cooling systems out there today. Thank you, everybody.